his best-selling book, Emotional Intelligence, Daniel Goleman explains that being emotionally intelligent means that you're able to recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of other people. But in order to possess that skill, you must also be able to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions. The people that I meet who practice mindfulness tell me that over time, they have noticed that with continued practice, they themselves have become more self-aware, which, as Goleman explains, is the foundation for being emotionally intelligent. What I love about this idea is that emotional intelligence is a trainable skill. Developing self-awareness is about developing clarity within oneself. And through mindfulness, we can increase the resolution of our perception of our emotions. Just like a camera lens needs to be appropriately focused to snap a clear picture, we need emotion to inform our cognition to make decisions. I notice, though, that many of my clients don't really have a clear understanding of what emotions are, or their past experiences with emotional people has painted their perspective with somewhat of a negative brush. I also notice that people often confuse themselves with the emotion, meaning if they experience the emotion of anger, they will say, "I am angry," which then often leads itself to identifying as an angry person. So let me clear things up for you. The genesis of an emotion is usually a thought. A thought often becomes a feeling, which is something we experience in the mind, and that feeling is what will become an emotion, which is the physiological response to that feeling. It can show up in simple ways, such as a smile when we experience joy, tears when we experience sadness, or an uneasy sensation in the stomach when we experience fear or anxiety. Many times, these physiological responses occur before our thinking brain fully recognizes what's happening. Our body is sending us valuable information all the time about our emotional state, but we're not always tuned in. By bringing mindful attention to our body, we become aware of our emotions and increase our emotional self-awareness. And finally, when we apply mindfulness to emotional sensations, a liberating shift can happen. We move from self-identifying with our emotions to simply experiencing our emotions. The mindfulness practice we can use to hone our perception of our emotions is called the body scan. It allows us to practice the 3 skills involved in developing self-awareness: bringing attention to the body, noticing physiological sensations, and witnessing our emotions from a third-person perspective. We will start this practice by finding a posture that feels both relaxed and alert. You may want to have your feet on the floor and your hands on your thighs. You may also enjoy this opportunity to relax your eyes by closing them. Or if you feel more comfortable with keeping them open, that's no problem. Just lower and soften your gaze, looking downward a few feet in front of you. Allowing the spine to lift and the shoulders to relax. Begin by taking 3 deep breaths. Continue to place gentle awareness on your breathing, noticing the in-breath and the out-breath and the spaces in between. Connecting with your breath wherever it feels most vivid for you. If focusing your attention on your breath isn't comfortable or easy for you, I invite you to place your attention on a sound, such as the humming of the air coming through the vent, or any other ambient noise inside or outside the room. We'll begin the body scan by bringing attention to the top of your head, noticing any sensations you may feel there. Perhaps you're noticing a pulsing sensation, or a tingling sensation, or a prickling sensation. Or perhaps you're not noticing any sensation at all. Try not to evaluate the feeling or sensation or get caught up in a story about what you're noticing or not noticing. Just simply observe. Now shift your attention to the back of your head, into your ears, to the back of your neck. Now bringing attention to your face, softening your forehead and your eyes. Noticing the cheeks, nose, mouth, the lips, your gums, your teeth, your tongue, and your chin, and relaxing the jaw. Moving your attention to the front of your neck and throat, and your shoulders. A lot of emotion may manifest in the throat and shoulders, so notice if anything is coming up for you there. Shift your attention now to the right shoulder, the upper arm, the elbow, and the lower arm, and to the wrist, and bringing your attention to your hand, the back of the hand, and the palm, and the fingers. And there are quite a lot of nerve endings in the fingers, so perhaps tune in a little more carefully to the fingers, noticing if the sensations are stronger here. Again, not needing to do anything with it other than just feeling what the sensation feels like. And now moving your attention to the left shoulder, the upper arm, the elbow, the lower arm, and the wrist, the back of the hand, and the palm, and the fingers. Again, tuning into any sensation you're noticing in the fingers. Next, bringing your awareness to your upper back, then to the middle of your back, into your lower back. Our backs carry a lot of our load and store a lot of tension there. So let's give our backs the kind attention they deserve. And now bringing your awareness to the front of the body, to the chest, to the stomach area, and maybe even try to sense your internal organs, starting with the thoracic cavity, feeling the heart, noticing if you can feel the beat of your heart, and the lungs with the air coming in and out of the lungs with the expansion and contraction. Into the abdominal cavity with your stomach and your liver, your kidneys, and your small intestine and your large intestine. Next, sensing the lower part of your body. Noticing the weight of your body sitting in the chair or on the floor. Notice your legs, starting with the right upper leg, the quadriceps, the hamstring, the knee joint, the shin, the calf, the ankle, the top of the foot, the bottom of the foot, and the toes. And perhaps noticing the weight of your foot as it rests on the ground. Now moving to the left leg, starting with the quadriceps, the hamstring, the knee joint, the shin, the calf, the ankle, the top of the foot, and the bottom of the foot, and the toes. Again, noticing the weight of your foot as it rests on the ground. Now bring your attention to your entire body from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. Just noticing the whole body. Notice what it feels like for the whole body just to be resting here, breathing. Bringing your awareness to what it's like just to be sitting here, right now. Now let's do an emotional scan. You do this by noticing if you're experiencing any emotion in the body right now. What are the physical sensations associated with that emotion? If you're not experiencing any strong emotion right now, then just notice what that feels like. Trying your best here to stay out of judgment or evaluation. Bringing a sense of curiosity to whatever information your body, whether it be physical body or the emotional body, is providing you right now. Really tuning in to all these sensations, knowing that this moment may have other data available to you that you've not considered before now. Now let's explore what happens when we make a slight physical movement. Bringing your attention to your face, let's explore a half smile. Just raising the edges of your mouth very slightly. And notice how this feels. Does smiling change the way you feel? And if you'd like, you can bring to mind someone you care about and imagine them well and happy sitting there in front of you, smiling back at you. What do you experience? If feelings of satisfaction or happiness arise, where in your body do you notice these sensations? Now bring your attention back to your breath or to sound. Breathing in and out, or continuing to place your attention on whatever sound you're hearing. And let's just settle the mind there. Sitting quietly for a few moments, noticing what it's like to be sitting here in this moment. Just being curious, open, and noticing. Just noticing what you notice. And we'll close this practice with a full inhale and a full exhale. Gently opening your eyes fully, bringing your attention back to the room whenever you feel ready. The body scan is another practice in mindfulness, in being present. Bringing attention to the body is a good way to practice being present. After all, the body only exists in this moment. Often our minds can get caught up in repetitive thinking, daydreaming and ruminating, which can generate certain feelings that will lead to some sort of emotional response, both positive and negative. Bringing attention to the body helps us settle and return to being present. As we do, we can teach ourselves to become more aware of subtle emotional sensations as they arise, and learn to work with them more skillfully when they do arise. I hope what I've shared has been helpful and has inspired you to be more present in your life. Have fun with it, practice, and try sharing it with a friend. Thanks for listening. Until next time, be kind, be well, and stay present.